Here's Johnny.
Johnny? Welcome, thank you so much for being here with me today. We're going to be watching The Shining. I know very little about this movie, not to say nothing, but there's this little tiny detail that I know, and it's this famous scene with the axe where I'm saying he because I know the character is a male. He's breaking the door and there's this woman screaming, you know, in fear, and you can see his face like, oh, I'm crazy. Just like in many other occasions that I have been telling everyone, this is thanks to memes or thanks to funny videos where they use these kind of scenes, you know, just to emphasize over something. And that's how I got to know about it. And I wouldn't have known that it's from the movie The Shining if it wasn't because immediately after checking out where to watch it, one of these pictures, you know, from this iconic scene appeared right in front of me. I look so white right now and I don't like this. Much better, everyone. Let's go from the very beginning in 3, 2, 1, go. The song kind of reminds me a little bit of the Dead by Daylight background music. A Stanley Kubrick film. Jack Nicholson. I knew it. Do you notice how easy it is to change your perspective about a scene? Even though you're seeing exactly the same scene, the music can make it different completely. I mean, this looks so beautiful in a way. And if you would put me summer music vibes or chill music, I would be like, oh wow, this music is great. The surrounding is super beautiful. Oh, I love it. This is gonna be fun. Instead, even if I'm seeing exactly the same scenes, the music is terrifying.
Have any trouble finding this?
Oh, no problem at all. I made the trip in 3.5 hours.
Wow, that's a very good time.
Our season here runs from May 15th to October 30th. Then we close down completely. Until the following May. Problem is the enormous cost it would be to keep the road to Sidewinder open.
Oh.
It's a 25-mile stretch of road. It gets an average of 20 feet of snow during the winter, and there's no way to make it economically feasible to keep it clear. The only thing that can get a bit trying up here during the winter is the tremendous sense of isolation.
Oh.
I'm outlining a new writing project, and 5 months of peace is just what I want.
I don't suppose they told you anything in Denver about the tragedy we had up here during the winter of 1970?
The tragedy?
My predecessor in his job. He came up here with his wife and 2 little girls. Good references. And from what I've been told, I mean, he seemed like a completely normal individual. During the winter, he must have suffered some kind of a complete mental breakdown. He ran amok and killed his family with an axe. I thought that it was what the old-timers used to call cabin fever, claustrophobic reaction, which can occur when people are shut in together over long periods of time.
Seriously?
Well, you can rest assured, Mr. Ullman, that's not going to happen with me. And, wife is concerned, I'm sure she'll be absolutely fascinated when I tell her about it. She's a confirmed ghost story and horror film addict.
I feel that scene kind of spoils everything right now. Just that iconic scene and all the description they have given with the expectations.
Look, I'm at the hotel and I still have an awful lot to go through. I don't think I could get home before 9 or 10.
Sounds like you got the job?
Yes. What the? Oh my god. Oh my god.
Now, Danny, when you were brushing your teeth, do you remember if you smelled anything funny or saw any bright flashing lights or anything at all strange?
Yeah, he had a vision.
No.
Higher.
Tony's his imaginary friend.
Oh. If you were to open your mouth now, could I see Tony?
If he puts the finger.
He hides.
Where does he go?
To my stomach.
Oh?
We're just gonna go in the other room for a few minutes and talk. And I'll come back and check on you. Okay?
Bye.
You should go to sleep if you want him to stay in bed.
They're more akin to auto-hypnosis. We can always think about having some tests done.
Oh, I'm sure you're right.
She shaked it. Was she doing that on purpose?
How'd you like some ice cream, Doc? Sociable, mango rolls.
Honey, you shouldn't be here.
Now, what kind of ice cream do you like, Doc?
Chocolate.
Chocolate it shall be. Come on, son.
What is this hotel?
I can remember when I was a little boy, my grandmother and I could hold conversations entirely without ever opening our mouth.
Really?
She called it shining. And for a long time, I thought it was just the two of us that had the shine to us. Just like you probably thought you was the only one.
What?
There are other folks, though mostly they don't know it or don't believe it. How long have you been able to do it?
Oh my god, we assume so many things.
Why don't you want to talk about it?
I'm not supposed to.
Who says you ain't supposed to?
Tony.
Tony, and he shows me things. I can't remember everything.
Does your mom and dad know about Tony?
Yes.
Maybe he showed me something.
Try to think of what it was.
Poor boy, he can't remember because most of his vision is lost.
I guess you could say the Overlook Hotel here has something about it that's like shining.
Is there something bad here?
Yes.
I think a lot of things happen right here in this particular hotel over the years, and not all of them was good.
I would just leave no trace and run.
What about room 237?
Room 237?
You're scared of room 237, ain't you?
No, I ain't.
You're not afraid?
There ain't nothing in room 237. But you ain't got no business going in there anyway. You understand? Stay out.
There's nothing to be afraid but stay out of the room. No, there's probably nothing in the room. You think that this movie has so many things. Right now we have to assume that it's possible to have telepathy. All this is shocking. And not only that, telepathy can go along with visions from the past, from the present, happening right now, and from the future. Oh my god. I wish I could do this.
I tell you, when we first came up here, I thought it was kind of scary.
I fell in love with it right away.
That's how you eat eggs with bacon?
It was almost as though I knew what was going to be around every corner.
It's interesting how you can go and prepare bacon and mix it with eggs like that. Watch out, you can break something. The music feels like I need to run away. I mean, oh shit. That jump scare went right through my soul. It was just music, but... Room 237. We don't have to look at it. It's not for you to peek. Go around the hotel. He's gonna do it. Remember that chef said there's nothing to be afraid of? Well, there's nothing wrong here. Don't enter. Oh no, he's actually going to do it. He doesn't know that he can put everyone in danger. You need the key. It's locked. So this is where the family was assassinated. They stayed in an apartment, but they took a room.
Whenever I'm in here, you hear me typing. Whether you don't hear me typing, what the fuck you hear me doing in here, when I'm in here, that means that I am working. That means don't come in.
You wouldn't talk to me like that, especially when I'm doing your food and I'm telling you that I'm gonna take good care of you and I'm gonna give you some sandwiches and we can read together. Never. Do you know how to appreciate somebody's work? They're here for you, by the way, remember? Are you okay? Did you just need just a few days for looking like this? Saturday.
Come and play with us, Daddy.
Huh. Oh god.
Ever and ever and ever.
Oh my god, poor Angel. There's so many things going on in this movie, really. And I'm suffering the most for the poor little Danny. Oh, sweetie, I would just hug you. I would try my best to do the good use, of your skills. Monday. The immediate Monday, 2 weeks later Monday, 3 weeks later Monday.
Can I go to my room and get my fire engine?
Come here for a minute first.
Oh no, don't even do that. He's the one that dislocated your shoulder. Woman, don't you see his looks and his behavior?
Just a little bit tired.
Then why don't you go to sleep?
I can't. I got too much to do.
You have 5 months.
You like this hotel?
Good. I want you to like it here.
This is so creepy.
You would never hurt Mommy or me, would you?
Did your mother ever say that to you? That I would hurt you?
No, Dad.
You sure?
Yes, he sees things.
I love you, Danny. I love you more than anything else in the whole world.
It sounds empty.
I'll never do anything to hurt you. Never.
Sounds like you desire it. I'm Danny and I would be so long. I'm gonna die with the twins. I hate open doors. I love to have all my doors closed and locked. Wait. What is his job then in the end? This is what he was supposed to do. He has a lot to do?
What happened? Honey. What's wrong?
Most terrible nightmare I ever had.
What was it?
It's the most horrible dream I ever had.
It's okay. It's okay now.
I dreamed that I killed you and Danny.
Oh my god.
But I didn't just kill you. I cut you up into little pieces.
This is not isolation, this is your writing.
Danny, everything's okay. Just go play in your room for a while.
No, Danny is not okay.
Danny, what happened to your neck? You did this to him! Didn't you?
Is he schizophrenic without knowing that he's schizophrenic? I don't know much about the illness, but his behavior reminds me of the little I know about.
You slipped me a bottle of bourbon, a little glass, and some ice. You're not too busy, are you?
No, sir. I'm not busy at all.
He's going nuts.
Here's to 5 miserable months on the wagon and all the irreparable harm that it's caused me.
What about causing it to yourself? Because you're stressing out about something and you must have an illness, a mental illness that is not helping you to cope with it.
There's someone else in the hotel with us. There's a crazy woman in one of the rooms. She tried to strangle Danny.
And where is Danny?
Which room was it?
But did you see the woman? It's so scary. I don't like it. Oh my god, I can see her! You like it. That's what you want now. Oh my god. Is it your mind again or... Jack? You must be aware that this is just your imagination and you're just going on with it. Is anybody staying in that room during May and October? Because it would have been nice to tell you, you know what? Never ever go into that room, we don't sell it. The phones are not working. Did you see the same vision? Jack has something similar like Danny. Something caused him to see The Shining as well. I don't know if he can speak telepathically with somebody.
What do they call you around here, Jeevesy?
Grady, sir. Delbert Grady.
Grady?
Yes, sir.
You know somebody called Delbert Grady?
Weren't you once the caretaker here?
Why, no, sir. I don't believe so.
And?
Married man, are you?
I have a wife and 2 daughters, sir.
Oh, the guy who killed his family.
I saw your picture in the newspapers. You, chopped your wife and daughter up into little bits.
Oh my god.
I don't have any recollection of that at all.
You're not real.
You were the caretaker here.
You're gonna try to kill him? Like an attempt to try to kill your desires?
Your son has a very great talent, but he is attempting to use that very talent against your will.
Against his will?
A rather naughty boy, if I may be so bold, sir.
You're not killing your desire. You're enhancing it.
When my wife tried to prevent me from doing my duty, I corrected her.
You're speaking with an assassin. Your mind is... Well, you have been trying somehow with your mind to say to yourself that you're speaking with an assassin, and instead of seeing him like an assassin, it looked like first you wanted to punch him, but now you totally agree with him. You lost.
What time will we get to Denver?
We're due to arrive at 8:20, sir.
Thank you very much.
To Denver. You want to talk with somebody in Denver? Or is this close to Denver? Probably the second option. Probably he's not living in the same area. And now he's turning back and he needs to go to Denver in order to come back here.
You think maybe he should be taken to a doctor? When do you think maybe he should be taken to a doctor?
Look at yourself!
You believe his health might be at stake.
Yes.
But what about mine, isn't it?
Have you ever thought for a single solitary moment about my responsibilities to my employers?
What employers?
Ever occurred to you that I have agreed to look after the Overlook Hotel until May the 1st?
You never did anything.
Owners have placed their complete confidence and trust in me, and that I have signed a letter of agreement, a contract,
In which
in
you've
which I
done...
have accepted that responsibility.
But you've done nothing.
You've had your whole life to think things over. What good's a few minutes more gonna do you now?
What do you mean her whole life? And what about you?
Don't hurt me.
I'm not gonna hurt you.
Stay away from me. Stay away.
She looks like even I could take the bat. Psychopath? Oh! He's returning back. Can't you hear him? You're doing good, but you should be tying him up.
What are you doing?
Close! Can he get out of there somewhere?
You've got a big surprise coming to you. You're not going anywhere.
He did stuff already.
Go check out the snowcat in the radio and you'll see what I mean.
Already made sure that we won't leave. Oh my god, tell me it's not Danny.
It's Grady, Mr. Torrance. Delbert Grady.
Uh-huh.
I see you can hardly have taken care of the business.
Just give me one more chance to prove it, Mr. Grady.
Your acting is so good that I can't even imagine you being something else rather than a psychopath. Wait, what? Wait, what was that? What are you doing? I didn't even notice there was a knife. How can she sleep so deep? Oh my god, the axe. How did he get out? How was this possible? Slide. You need to open it up more. Yeah. This must be the scene. Yeah, this is the scene. Now it's when I would stuck that knife.
Here's Johnny.
Johnny? Oh, cut it, honey. You need to cut it. Cut it off.
Hello? Anybody here?
No, I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Oh no, the maze. Honey, you better know the maze well.
I'm coming! I'm coming down!
You can see his steps. It's so true. Duffy, you're an idiot. Must be confusing. Good boy. No! Run! Run! Stay there. It's okay. Let it be. Feel it. What is he even saying? This curse has gotten the best of you. This demon thing. Oh my. I also know that meme, but I had no idea it was him as well. Oh wow. I'm trying to... Oh, you? Overlook Hotel, July 4th ball, 1921. First of all, thank you so much for deciding that this movie was worth to watch along during this month of October. I personally believe that it totally was worth it. Despite this is gonna sound like a recap, I am actually trying to understand what is going on. You do not assume this in the movie at the beginning, but yes, we do have to assume that there has to be some demonic thing going around in this hotel. And it could make sense. If not demonic, it can totally be something based on what the owner said at one point, that this was built over the Native Americans and they were slaughtered or something like that. I don't know if he said that word, but it's like he somehow implied that it was taken by force and in a very violent way, but I can't recall the word or the phrase that he used. So it could be like the souls are always there and there's always gotta be some sort of death and blood around it. Then we also have to assume that in this world, some people have the ability of telepathy and the ability to see visions. And we can see that through Danny and the chef. They completely communicated with each other, and the chef also mentioned that he could do the same with his grandmother. Not only that, but both of them had feelings, visions, these sort of shivers that warn you of something really dark it's going to come. And not only that, but Danny also has this Tony. I'm still not sure if Jack also has a character like Tony in his mind, because he said, "Here's Johnny." I don't know if this is some sort of quote. The little that I could understand at that moment, I felt like Johnny was Danny's Tony. And this was not a good imaginary friend. Probably not imaginary. We should probably talk about sides. You have the good side and the bad side, or you can have different sides that are somehow in between with a little bit more of good or a little bit more of bad. I think Johnny was the bad side, if I am to be right. So, if you mix these things up, plus the fact that I am 100% sure that Jack had some sort of mental illness, I initially said that he was schizophrenic. Again, I am probably not the right person to talk about it. I just thought it could be something like that out of the little knowledge that I have about schizophrenia and a few more mental illnesses like bipolarism, for example. He started to behave like a psychopath later, and it's true that I have no idea if schizophrenia can lead to that. I'm sure that whatever it is, it has also helped greatly in creating this monster of Jack. Jack always had a monster in him, and Jack was not able to see the support that he was receiving from his wife, from his son, by being there with him during 5 months. That kid was old enough to go at least at a kindergarten. He wasn't aware of any of this. He was so stressed out about his writing, which seems to be like the dream job from which he wants to live, and he probably feels stressed because he's unable to make it happen. All this combined was horrible. And the last scene, where we see a picture from 1921, reminds us when Jack said at his wife, "I feel like I know this place. I feel like I have been here." And he was going at the gold room. It kind of feels like he reincarnated somehow, but as himself. Again, he looked exactly the same. This was for the sake to make us understand the possibility of reincarnation, perhaps. But he wasn't the guy who killed his wife and 2 daughters. The man who killed his wife and 2 daughters happened in 1970. Somehow, this assassin's soul remained in this cursed place. And while he was remembering his moments in the ballroom, he also stumbled upon the soul of this assassin. And that's how I believed he was actually trying to talk with his brain. Somehow, you know, the last glimpse of faith and goodness in Jack, trying to get out of this. It was like his safe spot, but then this dark soul appeared and ruined absolutely everything. And it all happened because the soul tripped and he ruined Jack's jacket. He had to go and clean it up in the bathroom. And while I thought that was a conversation between the bad side and the good side of Jack, it was actually a real soul of that assassin. It's so scary. It doesn't have to do anything with isolation. It didn't take him months. This should have happened at least 2-3 months later, not now. It's a very complex movie, and I hope that I managed to understand it as much as possible. I loved this movie. I loved how they play with your mind. I love how they play with people's minds in the movie. I hope that you have enjoyed my video reaction. I can't wait to see you all in the next movie. Until then, everyone, stay safe. Bye.
Can you tell him, please?
You created the problem. It's your responsibility. You fuck up, you deal with it, cabrón.
Okay.